Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up today with the 12 by 12 layout, and I have two photos here that I'm scrapping, and they're a bit of an odd shape. They're actually screenshots from somebody's phone or somebody's computer, I'm not sure which, of my band playing and my partner conducting, and our competition was streamed online so people could watch. So the quality wasn't great, so I couldn't print them out very big. And to start off with, I am going to do some mixed media, which I don't usually do. And what I've done is mixed some gesso with some, what colour paint is this? Wait, it's down here. It is the Dilutions paint in pomegranate seed. So it's an acrylic paint, and it's kind of a magenta colour. I was hoping the gesso would tone it down a bit, but it really didn't. And I'm just kind of brushing that onto the page, I guess, making a wash of colour down the middle of the page. And that's it. That is it for the paint. I just wanted to add a bit of something. I'm using mostly Auburn Lane from Pink Paisley and the Twilight collection from One Canoe 2. Most of it's Pink Paisley though, but there is some Twilight collection photos that I use. So I'm just cleaning up my space, and then obviously I'm going to let that dry. I actually do let this dry naturally, so it does take a while. You can see I'm back now and it's dry, and the lighting has changed a bit because it did take a few hours for that. I worked on something else, so I just prefer to let my mixed media dry naturally if I can. It's not always possible. Sometimes I'm impatient, but I do often let it dry naturally. Now you can see here, I had a kit that included Auburn Lane and a little bit of Twilight, and I added a Twilight paper pad as well from my stash to the kit. It's a Secret Not Secret Kit Club kit, and I have heaps left because I did add any of the Auburn Lane collection that I happened to pick up myself, as well as I got some extra bits of the Twilight collection. I just added them all in together. And so I'm using some of the scraps of paper that I have here to make the layers behind my photos. And I'm just really layering up lots of different scraps of paper, to sort of create that multi-layered look on my photos. And to do that, I have used lots of the scraps, as I said before, and I don't really mind what size they are. I'm just trying to kind of, I guess, place them sort of evenly around my photo so it looks like it has, I guess, an even number of layers. And I do end up backing both of the photos on one whole piece of paper just to kind of tie it all in together. So there's similar papers on both of the photos, just again to make it a bit cohesive. And yeah, I really like the way that it looks. I probably could have edited some of this out because it does take a while to layer up all the photos, but I don't know, I didn't in the editing process, and I don't know, I feel like some people like to see it, some people don't, but I've left it in. So I guess I can just ramble for a bit. I hope you guys are having a great day, whatever you're doing. It is beautiful spring day here in Melbourne, in Australia. We're going into spring. I know the other side of the world is going into fall, or autumn as we call it. But we are heading into spring, and it is beautiful. We have had a stunning weekend, getting to do some gardening, catching up on some things before my pregnant belly gets in the way. I am over halfway. I'm 22 weeks now at the time of doing this voiceover, which, what are we? We're in early October. So yeah, everything's happening around our house. I'm doing lots of the spring cleaning and trying to get ready for baby's arrival before I get too big that I don't want to do anything, and the weather gets so warm that I don't want to do anything, which will happen in Australia. Summer will kick in before we know it, and it will warm up. So got to kind of enjoy the spring weather while we can. So I'm still going here with my layering. I finished the top photo, as you can see, which is of my partner conducting. And then I'm just finishing the bottom photo. You can't actually really see me in these photos. You can in the top one, but I'm very small, so you can't really tell that it's me, but it's our whole band. And yeah, bit of fun. One of my hobbies and my partner's hobbies. Well, not really a hobby for my partner, it is his career, but for me it is definitely a hobby. So you can see me here, I'm just finishing the last of the layering up that photo of the full band onto, is it the full band one or is it the conducting one? No, it's the conducting one, onto the wood grain cardstock there. And yeah, just mounting that up on that, and that will be the last lot of layers, I think. And that is a layering done. And then I have the difficult task of thinking of a title. So you can see me here just kind of messing around with photo placement, and how do I want these photos to look, and do I want the conducting one on the top, or do I want to flip it and put the full band at the top? And I do end up flipping it in a minute, you'll see. I put the conducting one at the bottom and the full band at the top, and then I decide, even more than that, I want to put my title in the middle. So I pulled out my thickers. These used to be my favourite thickers. They're an Amy Tan thicker, I think, and I do have quite a few sheets of them. I've used up a couple of sheets already, and so I'm trying to work my way through them. I still really like them, but they are on a lot of my layouts, so I don't use them as often anymore, but I'm spelling out So Proud, and then this sort of, I want this layout to, I guess, reflect my partner and how proud I am of him and the work that he's done with our band, but also with his music in general. So I've got my title there, So Proud, and I wanted to write another couple of words, but I didn't have enough of the thickers, and I didn't want to use the full black thickers for the title, for the whole title. So I'm mounting up. Well, I'm not actually mounting my photo yet, but I'm putting the foam dots on the back of my photos ready for mounting. And I want to make sure that I can fit the title in before I stick the photos down. I don't want to stick my photos down and then not fit my full title in. So I'm sort of placing my photos, and now I will stick the title down. So I would have edited this bit out like I usually do, but it's a bit of a process, and I just wanted to leave it in to show you guys how kind of it works for me. And so you can see there, I've got my title down, So Proud, and then I decided I wanted to add a little bit more to that. So the title, make the title a little bit longer, and I bring in these stickers, which were part of the Paige Evans Auburn Lane collection, the little tiny ones, and I used the rose gold and navy version, and I just love these stickers so much. They're just divine. They're so cute. They're so small. They're just perfect. And if I could have a million packets of them, I would. So I'm writing I am and then of you in the gold tiny thicker, which makes it say I am so proud of you, which I thought was a lovely title and matched the sentiment that I was going for more than just so proud. And yeah, so now that I've made sure that that all fits, I'm going to stick my photos down. And again, I don't measure anything, I'm just estimating. But looking at the completed layout in front of me now, it's fine. I do make one little boo-boo. We'll see if anybody notices, but I'll probably point it out at the end. I did not notice for quite some time until I was going to put my layout away. So I've stuck my photos down, and then in the Auburn Lane collection there was some floral elements. They just had a whole pack of floral elements, and so I know it's a layout of my band and the focus is my partner, but I'm still going with the floral theme because I think it looks cute. So the floral pieces had some black and white vellum, or some black clear vellum, and then they also had white and the kind of magenta auburn colour. And they're the colours that I stuck with. They had a few other kind of the colour themes. I had the gold, obviously you can see there, the vellum. But I sort of stuck with just those three colours, the black vellum, the white, and then the sort of magenta auburny colour. Sorry if you can hear my sniffles. I've got really bad allergies at the moment. Happens to me every spring. Normally I can take something for them, but being pregnant, I'm limited in my options of what I can take to stop my sniffling. So my apologies if you can hear me. I am trying really hard not to sniff because I know how disgusting that is. But it's quite difficult. So you can see there, I have decided on my clusters. Did that while I was explaining my allergies to you. And now the clusters are done, and I'm just going to work at sticking them all down. So I stick most of the vellum elements straight. I think all of the vellum elements get stuck straight down to the page just with double-sided tape. And then the other two, the white and the auburn colour get popped up on foam dots. And that's it. That's all I'm doing for the 3 clusters. Super simple layout. I was only going to do 2 clusters because, you know, there's 2 photos and to sort of keep it simple, but I didn't. I added in that 3rd one. So you can see me here just sticking, getting it all down. And I'm nearly finished. It didn't, as I said, it didn't really take long, this particular layout. I'm just moving some of my titles so that the vellum piece can sort of go underneath it, and then popping up the other 2 elements on foam dots, foam squares. These are actually dimensionals from Stampin' Up, but it's all the same. It doesn't matter what you use, just gives it some dimension. And there I am just sticking down the last cluster there. And that is, well, not quite all for the embellishments. I do kind of step back, have a look at the layout and think, does it need something else? I was following a challenge in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club Facebook page at the time, and it needed a bit of a brighter kind of pink to really, I guess, follow that sort of challenge. And so I looked through my enamel dot stash and I did find an enamel dot that worked. So yeah, I add clusters of the 3. In the 3 areas, I add 3 enamel dots in a kind of brighter, pinkier colour. It's not super pink, your traditional pink, but it is much brighter than anything else on the page, and that's okay. I still think it looks good and it works. And now I am adding, of course, some mist, and I'm adding the navy colour from Heidi Swapp Colour Shine. This is my favourite Heidi Swapp Colour Shine. I think I even prefer it over the gold. I know, shock horror, controversial. And can anyone see the boo-boo that I just made? Well, surprise! I didn't see it, but I accidentally stuck a foam dot onto my photo down the bottom there. Oh, you'll get a close-up of it in a minute. I do take it off, but it is very annoying. So that is the end of my layout. I hope you liked it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye!